Two former world champions go head-to-head, best of 11 frames. Let's get them to the table. Up first, let's hear it for last year's Tour and Players champion. It's the magician, Shaun Murphy! And his opponent is 26-time ranking event champion. It's the ace in the pack, Judd Trump!
Well, it's lively in here tonight, as it should be, for what promises to be a really good match. Judd Trump, Shaun Murphy, two former winners of the Champion of Champions, Murphy in 2017 and Judd Trump 2 years ago. Two players who like the big occasion and usually perform on it. Neither really too troubled this afternoon in their respective matches. Head-to-head favours Trump, 12 wins to 9.
Judd Trump to break.
Yeah, this would grace any final, this pairing. Interesting to see how Shaun plays tonight, because obviously Judd's had all the success recently, all the attention, and just if you're another one of the best players in the world, you just like it sometimes can give you that extra little edge to try and prove something, raise your game even more. Judd Trump is in a wonderful place at the moment in terms of confidence in himself. Well, he started this afternoon's match with a wonderful long pot, and that was even better. And I think he's on the black. Stunning shot to kick off the evening.
Yeah, you were interviewing Judd and asking about, world titles. Shaun Murphy's beaten him twice at the Crucible. He's beaten him at the Masters. He's beaten him at the UK Championship. So in the real big events, he has had the beating of Trump.
9.
Of course, Murphy had his purple patch and then some last season when he won the Players and the Tour Championships. He actually won the first event of this season, the Championship League, but that was back in July. Been a little quieter since.
$16.
Yeah, arguably they both should have won more world titles, but a small matter of the likes of Higgins, Williams, O'Sullivan have been around at the same time, so not easy to win the biggest event.
70.
In terms of talent, I could easily have won more.
$24.
Shaun Murphy just looking to lay down a marker early on. He's potted the long red. Looking now to press on, get the frame one in one visit, show Trump how much he's up for this tonight.
$25.
And just while he's going about his business here, the original Champion of Champions, there was an event held, well, firstly in 1978. It was won by Ray Reardon, the 6 times world champion, who's now 91. And today at St Anne's Snooker Club in Torquay, Ray made a century break. How about that? At the age of 91, Ray Reard made a 100 break.
The arc on the cue ball
32.
took effect. Well, too late, really. Watch the cue ball. It just goes out and then it tries to come back into the reds, just not in time. Still in a red to left middle.
Thirty-three. $38. $39.
So it looks like this is the last open red. Can't see any more that are available, so you could play for the
44.
pink to left corner, which would leave another red to right corner. So don't necessarily have to have an angle and a colour to go into the main bunch yet.
$45. $51. $52.
So this is the shot which will probably decide if Shaun is going to win the frame at this visit into the bunch. Can he land on a red? Well, not ideally. I think he's on a red to the far left corner. But
59.
he'd been hoping for something a little bit easier than this. And not the best angle to get nicely on the next colour. May have to screw on and off the cushion here for the black. Yeah, it's just doing so well.
Yeah, the far is unlikely, I think, to be swapping cues for frame 2. This is
67.
about as good as red, and now this is frame ball.
8.
Yeah, as I said earlier, the top players, they kind of don't like to see the other players getting all the attention, all the success, so when they come up against them, if anything they're worth their salt, we'll want to try and
75.
sort of show that I'm better than you. You won all these events, but I'm here to beat you. So you raise your game.
76. $84. $91. $92.
Well, this is a heavyweight boxing match. Shaun Murphy's definitely dealt the first blow here. It wasn't the worst break-off from Judd Trump. This has been the result.
99.
Yeah, some start, isn't it? crowd were really excited to see these two enter the arena. And already it's brilliant
100.
stuff. Shaun Murphy's form, like any player, sort of come and gone over the years, but he's never sort of shrunk from the spotlight. He always likes to go out there and do his thing. Couldn't quite nudge that red, but this is about as well as you can start. First shot,
107.
he nailed the long red, he's made the century. It's his second of the day, and it's just shown Judd Trump how good he's feeling tonight. What a start then from Shaun Murphy. He leads this group final 1-0. So
Thank you.
we're underway with another evening
The
of snooker.
second
Shaun
frame.
Murphy with
Shaun Murphy.
a break
break.
of 107 leads Judd Trump 1-0. Best of 11 to play Barry Hawkins in the semi-finals of the Champion of Champions. Shaun Murphy looking for a third appearance in the semis, and Judd Trump, it would be his 6th and 5th in a row. So, you know, he's been one of the form men of this tournament in recent times. But in frame 1, he had 1 shot.
Well, this was well struck, and I think when he hit it, I thought it had a chance. I think the black's available to left corner. Tricky little red this. Yeah, it wasn't easy. He could be tempted to play a direct screw from the yellow into the bunch here. There's no reds available. Yeah, I've decided to play the loose red. But you see the path that the cue ball's taken down the table. Could have gone into the reds.
3.
I suppose the fact that he knows the black goes to left corner would have made his mind up.
4. Eleven. 12.
He's got options here. Doesn't look there's a lot that goes to the right corner pocket. The red to the left of the black goes into the right corner. Well, have to use 3 cushions to get on that one. And he's played off just the 2 cushions. It's caught the jaw of the middle pocket, so
17.
it may be plant time. You can see it's not lined up to the pocket, but he's coming at it from the right angle. So I fancy him for this.
18.
I think what makes him quite intimidating, Murphy, every pot is full-blooded. He commits to everything he goes for. We've seen it already with the very first shot he played in this match, which led to the century.
Yeah, he cues with such authority, and I think that can be quite intimidating if you're in your chair. I don't think Judd's intimidated, as he said in the interview. He loves being the
23.
target. He loves being the favourite, the one to beat. But for maybe players down the rankings, it can be quite intimidating to watch, because every ball is hitting the back of the pocket, the middle of the pocket.
Well, he's having to accept that the break's over here.
Shaun Murphy, 23.
Trump won 4-0 this afternoon against Bypat. Of course, she doesn't have the experience at this level, so couldn't necessarily gauge his form from that result. But of course, we've got plenty to go on this season. The 3 ranking events in a row he won. We know that he's having a tremendous campaign.
Just got to be careful with this shot. It doesn't promote another red towards that left corner pocket here. It's too thick. And I don't think Shaun is in the mood to turn anything down, especially this. Well, maybe the fact he's bridging over the green may put him off, but I think he fancies potting anything that he looks at tonight.
Well, I think he'd see that as a chance miss because he forced the mistake from Trump with a good safety of his own. Yeah, well, still for Murphy, of course, it offered up the chance for Trump, so that's the first ball he's potted tonight.
Yeah, with the cue ball landing quite close to that left cushion, it's just stopping him manoeuvring the cue ball the way he'd like. Got to aim down on this, which makes this brown missable. The red to the right of the pink is the obvious one to try and get on the right corner if you're playing the brown. You think one good shot here and he's in, because look at the reds. It's always hard to control.
5.
I mean, he's got a red to right corner, and he may even be able to play for the black to the left corner. But wow, this is tough. That was not a nice shot to play.
Judd, Trump, 5.
And I think he's left the red that's just to the left of the black.
It's one of these matchups, though, where nothing's going to be turned down. There's a little bit of almost bravado there. OK, you're taking them on, I'm taking them on, but not everybody can pot everything. It wasn't easy. I mean, Murphy, in a way, was kind of the forerunner to Trump, wasn't he, when he won the World Championship as a qualifier in 2005. He came out playing an extraordinary attacking game, knocking in long balls all the 17 days.
Four.
Yeah, I think their games are quite compatible. I think they know coming into tonight that they're both going to get chances from the other because of the way they play. They're not going to turn much down. So it's basically just a shootout, basically, to see who can take their chances the best.
Eleven. 12.
Yeah, Trump actually drew Murphy on his Crucible debut. He was only 17 back in 2007, and he really was a potter then. He went for everything, whether it was on or not. He just went for everything, but of course he's matured into a terrific all-round player. But Murphy's got that sort of stomp on tonight, hasn't he? He means business.
$26. 34. 35.
So this is the ball. It's going to get him to 2-0.
42. 43.
Doesn't waste much time, does he? 19 seconds his average shot time at the moment. He virtually started his waggles before he even gets down, really. You watch the cues going before his chin gets to the cue. It's quite unique, actually.
$50. 51.
Look, the balls are hitting the middles of the pockets. It's very impressive stuff. He's up for this tonight.
$58. 59.
Obviously, he's got to deal with this red first, but there's
66.
just enough on for a second century. Yeah, every chance.
67.
And then he misses that.
Shaun Murphy,
But
67.
terrific start for Shaun Murphy. Judd did have that chance. He missed that tricky red to right corner. Murphy responded with 67. He's not happy, is he? Missing the century. So it's 2-0 to Shaun Murphy, and
Thank you.
it's every
Third
inch of
frame.
2-0 this so
Third
far.
break.
Judd Trummer scored only 5 points. Now then, in frame one, when he broke off, he left a long red, and that was his last shot. Well, he's come round to look at the plan.
I've got a lot of idea where the cue ball's going to end up.
One.
But that red ending up over the yellow pocket certainly makes it easy. I said, doesn't have to do a lot with this cue ball, even though it's quite close to the cushion.
Yellow ball. Three.
As I say, it's been one-sided so far. But of course, these matches can turn at any moment. Murphy on top at the moment, wants to press home that advantage.
Four.
He does have great presence around the table. That's not something I think you can manufacture. He just has it. Comes from his own self-confidence and indeed his love of being out there and entertaining.
$11. 12.
You have to say Judd was a little bit unlucky to leave that plant on off the
90.
break, but still needed potting. And well, Shaun Murphy's off again.
20.
In Judd's run of 22 or so matches to win those 3 tournaments, he won an awful lot of matches from behind. He's going to need that ability again tonight, it looks like.
27.
But the way Shaun's starting this match, he's going to have to do something pretty special, Judd, to get back into it.
$28.
Shaun's standing right behind the line between the black and the corner pocket to find that potting point.
$35. $36.
Thing is, Trump hasn't done much wrong, has he? You know, he's broken off. Murphy's made 100. He missed a tricky red in frame 2. Didn't get another shot. Here he's broken off. Was a bit unlucky to leave a plant on. And he's wondering now, will he be back to the table or will it be 3-0? Got to keep himself focused in case the chance comes.
38. $39. $43. $44.
2 reds directly above the black. Just wants to flick the right hand side, one of those. Quite a full contact on it. Almost a stun, won't be a screw shot. It's just hitting everything perfectly. Everything perfectly. Wonderful snooker.
51.
Out of absolutely nowhere, he's missed that. Now that is a
Shaun
moment
Murphy,
to
51.
log, because we might look back on it later. If Trump wins the match, this is where it starts, this miss. 51-point lead, red's nicely open. Frame's at his mercy.
One.
Yeah, I don't think anyone in this arena, including Shaun himself, saw that coming.
Six.
Yeah, just maybe a little bit of right hand side, check side. Just push the cue ball over slightly to miss it thick.
7.
Obviously, big pressure on this visit, having sat out most of the first 2.5 frames.
12.
But when you've got 3 victories behind you, it gives you so much confidence to do this clearance.
$30. 20. 21.
These are the frames that really make a difference, even so early in a match, because he just wasn't getting any look in. Murphy was looking $1 million. I say the work that players have to do in the chair watching on, we sometimes, you know, cut to them and they look in absolute bits
20.
even early in a match. Trump was just watching, focused, in case the chance came, and it's come.
29. 36. 37. 42. 43.
Yeah, this is very impressive so far, just needs to close it out now. One of those visits where he knows he has to take it out because Murphy, okay, did miss,
46.
and it was a big mistake, but in general, he's cueing superbly. So any mistakes that come along, Trump has to punish.
48.
Yeah, as I said, having that belief of all those victories, all those matches won, the amount of clearances he would
51.
have had to do in the last month or so. This has been, well, he's made it look pretty routine. Say he's been sat out of this match so far tonight.
55.
Cool as a cucumber.
Well, some start, isn't it? I mean, we've only been going 37 minutes. It's already an electrifying match.
60.
Trump grateful for the chance, but then he had to take it, make sure Murphy think about the ready miss to this corner pocket. It was very costly. That is such a cool clearance from Judd Trump. He's going to pop the black as well. Shut out for 2.5 frames, but stepped in and made the clearance. What a match already. Shaun Murphy could have been 3-0 up, but his lead is cut to 2-1. Well, what a match already. 2-1 it is to Shaun Murphy. Had a chance for 3-0. Missed that one red on 51.
Shaun Murphy, break.
Judd Trump stepped in with a magnificent 73 clearance. So already, after 37 minutes, this is the pre-interval frame. What a pot, the cue ball. Is it going to hang on? Just about.
It's almost identical to a pot that Barry Hawkins potted earlier on in the week.
Rainbow.
He then potted on a very good green to left middle. Judd's not going to take the green on.
Judd Trump 1.
Yeah, you can see, I mean, Murphy's monopolised the table so far, 75% table time, but of course he did falter in that last frame, open the door for Trump. Trump just didn't get the snooker, but again, Murphy just, you can just see the change already here. Okay, he didn't look like he's left him in there, but didn't quite hit that one as intended. Just one shot has just changed things for now in this match. Suddenly Trump knocking in long reds and Murphy looking a bit quizzical.
Yeah, always the case. It's always the easy shots that cost you. Never the difficult ones. I read that the way he was playing, you could almost take for granted.
Quite crowded again this evening. This is the third year here in Bolton. Judd Trump was the winner 2 years ago. Runner-up last year to O'Sullivan.
The red that's blocking the path to the one over the pocket, that's the one he's looking to pot. You can see he hasn't got a full pocket to aim at. So this is going to be very, very accurate. Again, big shot to take on. I wouldn't disagree with the shot choice, the way he's been playing. Not at all.
I think as well you see matches sometimes when players set their stall out right from the off to go for them. It's like you can't back away after that. Show your opponent maybe you're not as confident.
One.
So Judd Trump he's made 44 centuries this season. He made 45 the whole last, so that just shows you the terrific run of form he's been on. He's been doing the heavy hitting.
That's a little bit careless.
6.
I think the red that he cannon still goes to left corner, possibly. Although looking at the body language, he's not happy about it. Doesn't.
He is good at recovery pots. I suppose the idea is not to have to play them, but he can get them, and he got that one.
Ten.
No, I can play for the black. Not sure. Doesn't look like the black will go back in its own
11.
spot. I think it will go in the pink spot. But it's just congested, isn't it, around that area of the table. It's not easy to get perfect position to get going in this break. That was a better shot than it looked,
18.
actually. And he can play for the black to left middle. So just slowly but surely he's managing to get these balls into a position where he can win the frame at this visit.
90.
Just a little bit hampered by the red here for the black in the middle. Shouldn't be a problem. Just makes it missable. When he's playing this well, Judd, you just get the impression he just refuses to leave the table
26.
until the frame is won. Doesn't matter how difficult the pots are.
Twenty-seven. Thirty.
Well, looking at that view there, I think the black's available to right middle as well. And decided to play the screw shot, and he'll be too disappointed with that. I think that's end of break.
37.
Just didn't find the gap for the two reds that are on the black right corner.
Judge wrong. 37.
Well, there's a decent lead he's got, but I just never felt he was totally in control in that break. He had to work really hard.
I'll be happy enough. That red could have finished anywhere. One of these matches where every moment seems big. And again here, You know, Trump was in with a chance to make a frame-winning break. He's only 38 in front.
Yeah, he missed the previous one. You never really expected him to miss 2 in a row. The way he's been queuing today. Good chance for a counter attack here. He may decide to go into the pink and 3 reds off his blue.
Six. Seven.
So Judd Trump with a pot success of 95%, wondering if he's going to be 3-1 down at the interval. It's a tough school, this.
Fifteen.
He's not got right angle of the blue, so on a pink that he didn't really want to be playing. Ooh, not the cleanest pot, but it's in. But it just puts that little when you're forced to play a colour you didn't want to go for. It just puts that little bit of doubt in your mind.
22. $28. $29.
A strange one. Don't expect him to miss this pink in the middle, but it does give him a natural angle to drop on the red. Doesn't want to be straight though.
35.
Couple of options here. Could play top spin and take the cue ball off the knuckles, or he could screw off the other red that's on the cushion here. Oh, just missed a little flick, but he had the side on.
36.
It's still a great shot. So well cued. I love just a little flick on that red there. as it's going by here. Played it. Hmm.
43.
Man, this is great stuff, this match. It really is. Some really great shots being played by both players. Not got the greatest angle on pink or black to get on the last red. Just queuing up there as if he wasn't even going to play for the red. Going to put the pink in the middle and then possibly play the snooker, send the red up the table, cue all behind the black.
Well, there's not been a lot of safety tonight. Hasn't needed to be, but now this little duel to come is
50.
going to decide whether it's 3-1 Murphy or 2-2.
Shaun Murphy, 50.
Well, a great visit to the table. You'd be a little bit disappointed he's not got Judd in a snooker.
Faintest of touches. Sort of feels like Red Bull game, the way the colours are set. Whoever pots the red is a big favourite. We'll see.
Foul. Anonymous. Judd from 4. Judd.
It looks from there that possibly the natural angle of the ball cushion has been blocked. To play the similar shot than what he just played, Shaun. Obviously got a better view than us. Yeah, he's going to have to manipulate the cue ball here. Needs a bit of luck. Needs a bit of luck and he's got it.
Yes, and that's the great unknown quantity, isn't it, in any match, and certainly in an important exchange like this, who gets the little bit of running at the right time. Been a fascinating hour of snooker, this. High quality, and now, in this frame, dramatic, setting the tone, going to the interval.
Red could go close to the left middle here. Got it the other side. I think he's left it. Has he? Breathes a sigh of relief. Judd Trump.
Well, Trump, I'm sure, expects that to be end of frame. It's up to Shaun Murphy, who's won, in the end, the safety battle. To put it away 3-1, he'd be more than satisfied. Of course, he could have been 3-0 up, but this frame, having lost the last the way he did, was important.
One.
So Trump was making the running in it. He lost position initially on 37. Shaun Murphy made 50, and now it's in his hands.
Yeah, we'd like to be finished the other side of the blue, but it shouldn't be a problem getting nice on the yellow. Yeah, that's okay. It's quite a comfortable shot, this. Little dab of run inside, right hand side to come off 2 cushions with the green to its own pocket. Could play for the green into the same pocket if he wants. But no, played the first shot. Yeah, well played.
So it's green and brown required for a 2-frame interval advantage. It's been a great start. I'm sure it will continue in the same vein. Just checking the score. Doing the maths. Brown for 3-1. Came out right from the first shot, looking confident, cueing beautifully. Made a century in frame 1 from the Trump break-off. Dominated the second and had that great chance leading in the third before Trump took advantage of the misread with a 73 clearance. This by far the longest frame and the most dramatic. Trump lost the safety battle and he's lost the frame. So it's been high quality stuff between these two great entertainers of our sport. Former winners both of the Champion of Champions at the interval in this best of 11 frame encounter. Shaun Murphy leads Judd Trump 3-1.
Into the arena, Shaun Murphy, Judd Trump, and your referee, Desislava Botsilova.
Thank you. Frame 5, Judd Trump to break.
The crunch half of the match begins. You know, merely by turning up in Bolton, Trump took his prize money for the season, over £400,000. It's been a golden time. But he's only satisfied with trophies, and if he's to remain in contention for this one, he has to put in a special second half. Capable of doing so, but Murphy will be tough to budge.
One.
Yeah, terrific atmosphere there tonight as the players re-entered the arena.
Rainbow.
Huge roar. Oh, it's not been like him of late to miss that type of shot. Yes, he had to power it, but we know he has
Judd Trump.
plenty
One.
of that in reserve.
One.
Murphy's most recent victory over Trump was over this distance. 6-5 in the last 16 of the UK Championship last season. Then he was 5-3 down. Roared back to win, Trump scoring 5 points in total in the last 3 frames. This time Murphy has to bear the pressure of being the front runner.
16. Seventeen. $24.
Yeah, it's been an incredible period of domination by Judd, hasn't it, of late, obviously. But the thing about the modern game with the players that are going about, there's always someone ready to step up with the talent and the tenacity to take you on. Yeah, it's good to see Shaun looking very tuned in tonight, and he's played lovely so far, hasn't he? That was an important frame, the one before the interval. He's getting it done because he would have felt, would have deserved a 3-1 advantage.
Horrible implement this, the swan neck. But it serves a purpose.
Yeah, Shaun's not culpable of anything here. That was a terrific shot. known in the trade as a good baden. A perfectly good shot, that. I was disappointed, these fellas, when they don't
Shaun Murphy, 32.
win frames in one hit, but you can't do it all the time. But a good safety. Keep Judd pinned. Wonder if he has designs on a 4-ball plant here.
One.
Yeah, well played.
Rambo.
Now you just got to nail this cue ball tight to it, the brown. Well done.
Judd Trump, 1.
Yeah, the shot made easier by the close position of brown and green. Murphy's in trouble here. He was in trouble. Millimetre perfect.
Yeah, that was your old landing like a butterfly with sore feet, wasn't it, on the red? Beautiful shot.
I was thinking, though, even before the interval, Alan, isn't this match what the champion of champions is all about? Pitting the best against each other in a one-table environment for a big prize. It's a quarter-final, it could be a final.
That's about as wild as it gets in the Shaun Murphy queue. Or queues. Yeah, very fortunate. Just got Judd on the ropes at the moment. 4-1 wouldn't be insurmountable. And he's very much got his back to the wall. Well, one bad turn deserves another.
Well, that wasn't naughty snooker, that was detention snooker.
Yeah, that could be not
4.
just a game or a frame changer, that could be a match changer.
Five.
What an outrageous, outlandish fluke it was, and it could lead, as Alan said, to plenty.
Yeah, it looks even more outlandish from this
12.
view, doesn't it?
13.
This was Murphy's reaction. Yeah, resigned. You know, in the 80s, a large group of professional players were convinced that Steve Davis was lucky. In the 90s, they were convinced that Stephen Hendry was lucky. And these days, you hear people say Judd Trump is lucky. Of course he isn't.
21.
But in that instance, boy, he was.
Yes, I agree about the Stephen thing. They were lucky and good. More good than lucky, you've got to say, absolutely.
8.
A lot of players down the years, it's easy to feel a wee bit of guilt when you get such a fluke like that, but Judd feels absolutely no remorse when that happens.
29.
You've got to make it count. Yes, and if frame 3 is anything to go by, it was a similar-ish position.
31.
Yes, he trailed by a few more at
32.
the time, Judd, but when he got his chance like this, made no mistake.
Just thinking about that famous Gary Player quote, the more I practice, the luckier I get.
39.
He must have put in 18 hours straight to get that fluke.
40.
Yeah, this sort of visit, it looks like breakfast, lunch and dinner, doesn't it, for Judd Trump? But this is where the 22
46.
wins in a row come in handy.
47.
He's been used to doing it, and when you get into that habit of clearing up, which he's been doing in the last 5 or 6 weeks, it just becomes another day at the office and just roll on and keep
53.
ploughing on. But Shaun, you've got to remain positive, playing lovely himself.
54.
The yellow is frame ball.
57. 59.
I love the fact he's done this. This is how it's supposed to be. No room for guilt.
Yeah, the fluke's one thing, but you knew that Judd was going to always remain positive. Staying positive doesn't guarantee things will turn out okay.
66.
As long as you're okay with how things turn out, and you're not fretting about
71.
falling behind in matches, anything like that, you just keep ploughing on, and he's gotten the job done again.
77.
Back to 1 behind.
It was fluky, then it was fabulous. And the frame falls to Judd Trump. Shaun Murphy's lead halved. It's now 3-2. Sometimes
Thank you.
a match that has got a lot of
Frame
hype
6.
and a lot of
Shaun
expectation
Murphy to break.
doesn't really live up to those expectations, but this has got the feel of a classic in the making. 3-2 to Murphy, looking to re-establish that 2-frame buffer.
Yeah, cue ball tight to the cushion, good length on the cue ball, but he's left the half baller. Ooh, not this time. It would have felt good. He had a little dip of the head just after it. I think when it was halfway there, the cue ball, he would have thought, yeah, I like the feel of this and the look of it. quite happy. He'll be happy enough with the leave. Played this shot earlier, didn't he? Almost identical. Didn't quite have all of the pocket to aim at. Oh, and a gift for Judd. Amazing how much more difficult that shot is because of the red that's near the pocket. If it wasn't there, it was a 9 out of 10 for Shaun.
1. Eight. Nine.
He's going in. And this time it's wrong. Barring a double, it's end a break. Good connection, wasn't it? But sometimes it's deadened by a sort of 4-ball plant in there. No, he took the risk. Thinking about it. Just as far as the double goes, he's just too compromised with his cue ball. With the pink there, he'd have to go deep on the cue ball. So. But he's playing it.
Just round 14.
Yeah, the gap's there. Judd's shoulders drooped. Oh, there it is.
He was convinced there was value in the double, Trump, but there was also an element of risk.
One.
The applause there, Alan, warranted. That wasn't easy at all, and especially the way he's controlled the cue ball.
Seven. Eight.
Didn't go well last time round. Shot into the bunch, just checking if there's a possible plant on. If there's any risk of it, he can't play it. It's not a plant, it's like a 3-ball plant come cannon sort of thing that is concerning him. Just brushing out the middle red of the 3. Doesn't like it. Oh, that is absolutely beautiful. The way he played that,
13.
soft full ball cannon, just caressed the red to the left there. Exactly as played.
14. $90. $20.
Yeah, whether it'll have any bearing on the result of this match this evening, I'm not sure, but it's definitely the case that Judd is more accustomed to pin drop pressure. You're a pin drop out there, but the pressure is ramping up all the time in this match. But he's so used to it at the moment.
$25.
Yes, and while he was lucky with the fluke in the previous frame, of course, he wasn't fortunate with that split at all. It was a well-played shot. Deserved more. Looking at it from here, doesn't seem too bad, but it's really, really thin. And with hampered cueing as well. Well done, but the holding of the cue ball proved
26.
beyond him.
Judd Trump, 26.
Such a battler these days. Didn't have it in the infancy of his career, Judd. He really didn't. He didn't have any of this sort of stuff, but he's getting harder and harder to play against all the time. Great shot. Well played.
Yeah, that's twice since the interval. Trump's played a layup snooker behind a ball colour, seemingly very well, and Murphy's escaped with aplomb.
Shouldn't have a problem with the figure of 8 here behind green. But it's got to get the baulk cushion, got to get close to it. Yeah. Possible plant.
He's the complete package, Trump. Wonderfully heavy scorer, great potter. And as Alan said, the tactical aspect of the game has been embraced by him. And that was a shot that one of Shaun Murphy's best mates on tour, Mark Selby, would have been proud of.
Yeah, the red pots, and he can get a good hold of the cue ball to find the gap. Oh, this time. Thought for a horrible second from a Judd Trump point of view, thought the red was going to be closer to left corner. That was special, really was. It's one of those, if you don't pot that catching it thin, you're sticking it over the pocket.
There's some working out to do, but essentially
Green
they
ball.
are all there. There's no obvious stumbling block.
Four. Five.
Those last couple of shots are typical of Shaun Murphy, trying to get the blood flowing
12.
back in the cue arm again by punching them both in. Almost anti Mark Williams style. Everyone sort of goes about this type of situation a different way. Shaun likes to feel like he's bossing the cue ball. And this time, oh,
30.
Shaun. He just got himself caught in a kerfuffle there. I mean, he's got a simple drop through. Yes, low in the black's not ideal. He just got himself mixed up there. It's not even so much a bad shot, it's just bad thought process. That's all that was. Here we go then, it's black to far corner. No hiding place, got to make it.
Shaun Murphy, 13.
We all thought he would make more than that. Murphy coming to terms with the fact that in a moment or two he should be all square.
1. Seven. Eight.
.41 ahead, so
40.
this red and any colour, and Murphy needs snookers.
15. $21. 22. $28. 29.
He'll be locking the feel of this now. He knows it's not a time to take anything for granted, and he most certainly will not. But 3-1 down at the mid-session interval is a time where you can
34.
become a little anxious against an opponent of Murphy's quality. Now it's all square,
36.
and basically the match is distilled to a best of 5.
$39. 43. $48. 54.
I think that might be a broken pocket camera. It was played with such force. A typical Trump exhibition shot. And these two are putting on quite an exhibition of match play excellence. It's 3-3. Don't worry, folks, it takes more than Storm Judd to knock out our pocket camera.
Thank you,
It was
frame 7.
a split-second malfunction.
Trump break.
Now it's back. And Judd Trump is back in the match.
Yeah, I just wonder if the mistake by Shaun, sometimes, yeah, we do look a bit deep into things, I guess, but was it in part because he's playing against the man at the moment? the hesitancy shown when he had his chance. That's the man there. Nine months ago, it was Shaun Murphy who was the custodian of snooker, if you like. He was the man in possession of the jersey, winning a couple of tournaments on the back of a runner-up at the Welsh Open. But Judd's got it now.
All of the pre-match stats pointed to Trump being favourite, apart from their actual head-to-head, which was 12-9 for Trump. He'd won 4 of their 6 quarter-finals, 5 of their 8 best-of-11s.
He's interested in something here, Judd. Red above the black must be very tight. But the other thing is the black must be on, otherwise he wouldn't be entertaining this. This time there's no holding back. Oh, terrific pot. And the coolness, the way he played it, he didn't overhit it. He played it like he fancied it. It's easy to get a wee bit anxious in that shot and almost in the back of your mind think about the sanctuary of balk, but there was none of that. He's never been one to shirk away from the big shots. He never has been in his whole career, Shaun.
6.
About the
7.
Well, he broke through on a bedrock of long potting, the like of which the Crucible has never seen in 2005 when he captured the world title as a qualifier. And that's always been his great asset.
just thinking about that terrific interview
14.
that Stephen and Judd gave us this week, asking Judd about world titles and hunger and how many should you have, do you want to have, all that stuff. By the time we get to the Crucible come mid-April, how can it be 19 years since Shaun Murphy last won a world championship? That's how difficult they are to win.
20. $21. $27. $28.
The black is liberated, but he doesn't want to be straight. And he doesn't want to have to play the shot with any kind of pace. Ooh, he has got some angle, but it's minimal.
Yeah, it's about 0.5 of a degree, isn't it? There's nothing to work with, almost. Could possibly deep screw the cue ball to the left corner with a red to middle. Yeah, that's about all he has.
$35. $36.
Deserved applause.
Yes, it's the brown and almost trying to play a cannon on the black two cushions. As long as you get something, a piece of something, you've got a chance. Perfect. You're just playing a little
40.
gamble card there. That's all you're playing. Just give me a piece of something, any contact, just to disturb. The problem is, of course, the black, when potted next, is going to tie itself up and the red that's nearest the black at the moment. Can
41.
easily move it though. He's got to judge the cannon nicely. There he go. He just got a wee bit cute on it. Is he still on it, the cutback?
48.
Good work by Desislava. She knew it was important to get the black in the middle of the cross. The spot. Must be tight.
Healthy start to the frame, but nowhere near decisive.
Shaun Murphy, 48.
One more revolution and it was in.
Yeah, this red on the right wing's not a massive problem as far as the push down and up. Cue ball in this end cushion. Like that, yeah, he's played it nicely. He's just worried about the gap, the red that's near left middle. Not saying it's an easy one, but there it is there. That's what he'd have been worried about. That's probably why he didn't want to play it. He was all out of options. He played it as well as he could. That's all you can do. And he was right to be concerned.
Bravo.
So much concentration on the
Judge Trump,
positional
1.
cannon. The brown goes astray.
One. Six. Seven.
Yeah, didn't quite deliver for once through that. Pink's no good. Yeah, the only good thing about the thin cut blue to middle, it nothing to do with the cue ball. He's bound to be on one. But you've got to get the pot.
Shaun Murphy,
Ooh,
7.
now then. I just again think that because Shaun's not in the winning habit right now, he's struggling just the odd time to put the difficult shots away.
Shaun Murphy, 7.
Part of of the reason, just again to say that part of the reason why that might be the case is because of the quality of the opponent.
Much talk about yesterday's clearance from Zhang Anda against Ding as one of the finest we've seen on ITV, and of course it was. Trump was responsible for a remarkable clearance against Stephen Maguire in the semi-final of the Players' Championship in 2020. And if he were to get the chance here, a clearance of great difficulty would be needed to salvage this in one hit. Well, considering how badly he caught that one, to not only get away with it, but also put a couple of reds really awkward. That was a fortunate turn of events. With a 54-point lead, Murphy wants balls in the main to be awkward. The agenda for Trump is to try and get the table as open as possible. And that's the best way forward. Just knock them in.
Now, how much is the pink going to hamper him here as far as promoting the red?
7.
He's no problem playing on the pink direct, he just can't lift the red, so that'll keep.
8.
Yeah, here's the shot again that set up this chance. Cleverly played, wasn't it?
$14. 15.
Okay, good angle. With his accuracy, expect contact on the red. Oh, perfect. Absolutely perfect. And look where the blue is.
22.
Yes, he's left-handed and the odd time a hybrid righty, but don't know whether he'd play that right-handed, the blue. Something around half ball in the blue would be ideal. Just nudge the red over the centre pocket. That's what we'll have
23.
played on. You've got to just run. Oh, he's got it. I think he's just about got this. It's tight. It's a wee bit thinner than it looks on screen there. But if he can hold off the pace and go deep on the cue ball, he might just get a piece of the red. He clearly feels it's too thin and not doable, so the double is the other option. No, no. Wow. Oh, wow. Unbelievable shot.
The hot shots competition is over. That's it.
Well, if there's a hot shots competition, we know we love it, and there's going to be one. That should be in it twice. My goodness me.
26.
That is arguably the greatest positional shot ever.
Yeah. Yeah, that was unbelievable. If he completes this clearance. I mean, I thought Zhang Anda's was good, and it was unbelievably good. This is otherworldly. I mean, incredible.
31.
I mean, here it is again, through a gap that's not even there. The gap's not there. Got to miss the brown by a hair. Got to miss the blue by a hair. Oh, wow.
34.
And he's not messing about at the end of a frame one. This frame, which is a vital one, still very much on the line. Still needs the lot.
$43. $49.
Nothing against Shaun Murphy, but clearing up here would be a very fitting ending. Murphy is the magician, but from Trump, that was magical, miraculous, I'll go so far as to say unprecedented. That was genius on a table. What a shot we've just witnessed. Alan, you've seen plenty of snooker over the years. Put it into your own words.
Well, you've got the Alex Higgins blue, you've got the Mark Selby treble, but this was otherworldly. I mean, this wasn't a snooker shot. This was an occasion. That's how good that was. Guy Jings, what a shot.
Thank you. Frame 8. Shaun Murphy to break.
Before we went to break, you would have seen Shaun Murphy sportingly tap the arm of his chair there, appreciating what he'd just seen. But for him, while it was exciting for us, it must have been an enormous blow. What a clearance, 56, with two reds glued to cushions when he came to the table. And of course initiated with a cheeky cross double.
And there's a thunderbolt.
One.
You just kind of felt that that was going to fall, didn't you? Some shots almost seem like they're preordained to fall in before it's the shots even played. That was one right there. Judd Trump. Oh, wow. He missed a brown a couple of frames ago to the opposite pocket.
Judd Trump.
And he's faltered again.
A similar shot to the one he missed in the deciding frame of the World Grand Prix final against Mark Allen last season.
Yeah, you wouldn't have had bad money on them missing that there. Oh.
One.
But the only thing I'll say from a neutral's point of view, here's Shaun again just flirting with the near jaw. There's many a slip twixt cup and lip. That was one. I'm just going to say from a neutral's perspective, it keeps the kettle boiling, doesn't it, in this match?
Alan McManus into full Ted Lowe mode. That was his saying, wasn't it?
9.
Ted also used to say when someone potted a yellow, green or brown, little fish are sweet, but in this case, the fish that Trump went for got away.
$16. $70. $24. $25.
Amidst all of the excitement, almost forgotten that Murphy is now behind in the match for the first time. How can he respond? Well, thus far.
32. $33.
Yes, it was worth bringing reds into play. It's always a gamble with a cue ball landing near the side cushion. See the firm brush cannon. He couldn't get the cue ball to release. The trouble now is if he's going to get on a red, he's got to play this with quite a lot of pace, which makes the pot ever so difficult. The only thing you'd say, he's just the man for the job with this type of shot. With pace. Fantastic shot.
$40.
After what went on at the tail end of the previous frame, that was sensational to knock that in. Yeah, he's no problem here. He's got the plant. He's already all plant to right corner. Looks a nailed-on good thing. There it is, unmissable.
$44. 50. $51.
Shaun Murphy living up to his billing as a fine player with the rest. Missed just 1 of 13 so far in the tournament, so far today.
$58.
Yeah, so red, blue. And one more red needed.
$59.
The fact that he's gone as high as he has suggests that he's got to play some sort of cannon, so it could go wrong. And it has, badly.
64.
And in the wake of what happened in the previous frame, he will be feeling vulnerable. 63 in front, yes, but 67 there. And unlike frame 7, the balls at the moment are nicely situated for a counter-attack.
Shaun Murphy, 64.
Doesn't have any other option than playing the one red, and just wonder if he's going to cannon the black. Yeah, onto the cushion, that was a worry. Right, if he was to get on it nicely, no major problem. What does Shaun do with this? Yeah, the pot's on, it's well within his compass, we know that, but it's not the sort of shot he wants to be playing right now. But he's on it. Oh, and got it. Fantastic pot. What character this has been from Shaun in this frame. From 3-1 in front. And then the hammer blow of what happened at the tail end of the last frame. This has been outstanding.
Two snookers are required.
3. Shaun Murphy, 3.
You might actually play that old the banana shot that we call it. Now he's going deep. You've got to get on pink or black, obviously.
1.
This is that kind of Zhanganda black on that clearance, isn't it? Yeah, well done. Just checking his numbers.
8.
58 in front, so there's a 7-point gap, as it were, as far as being able to tie the frame.
9.
So definitely going to be 2 snookers regardless of where if he decides to peel down to whatever, he can't do that. But green and brown are obviously going to be of interest to him.
$16.
And given his powers of escapology in frame 7, Murphy won't be counting any chickens.
Always thinking he's trying to get this
24.
red maybe near green brown or just in behind them with a cue ball in behind pink black. It's an option. Yes, he's got the 2 cushions cue ball in behind green brown actually, so it just depends which way he sees this. Yeah, sending red up table because this way he can maybe get a free ball. That's the thinking behind it.
John, 24.
It's a difficult swerve. Right in line with it. It's doable, but very dangerous. So, but it's very important he hits this, whichever way he plays it, because of green-brown. The swerve's not a terrible choice because there shouldn't be a free ball if he misses it. Yeah, he's okay free ball wise. It wasn't the worst play actually.
Judge round 4.
Unlucky not to hit it. It was a good effort.
To hold the cue ball like that, playing the shot at that quiet pace, is pure.
Yeah, incredible piece of ball striking that. It's one of those where the cue ball loses its spin a split second after contact with the red. Okay, 2 cushions. No. Oh, and he'll be
Foul.
actually quite pleased about the
Judge round
bump of the
4.
middle pocket, but for that it could easily have been a free ball.
It's all changed, no more snookers required. Trump 34 behind, 35 on. Red, black and all the colours, he can steal it by a point.
Even there, look at this, he's trying to use blue as well. He's got brown, green, and he's even trying to use the blue on the back end of it. What a shot, and this ain't easy to hit either. Good stuff, Shaun, the tap on the table. Yeah, again, it's quite an important hit, because at the moment Judd needs red-black, obviously. Any foul and red-green or better is good enough.
Foul. No miss.
And now any colour wins
Judge
off the
round
red. the fact that the miss is called, it'll probably go back.
But that will do for Judd, as will any colour off the last red now.
One.
This game changes in a heartbeat, doesn't it? It's incredible. Shaun Murphy potted the pile-driving long red, the fifth last red, to all but secure the frame. He could have tucked in behind the yellow, but he thought, I'll take the 2 points. He couldn't get on a red from it.
6.
And now Judd Trump is making him suffer.
8.
Brown to blue is crucial.
$11. $15.
Yeah, that's why it was crucial. He had to be straighter than this. Don't think he can hold this, not direct. He can't, he has 2 options. A cannon on the pink, or in and out of balk with a cue ball. It looks like the cannon on pink, maybe black even. Tried to hold it, and he has. Wow. He just about has. It's not good though. Never say never with this guy.
Just a flick on the black would have been ideal.
Judd Trump here making miracles happen.
Houdini has been trapped. Not one escape, but 2 back-to-back. Simply remarkable. If Shaun Murphy comes back from this, that would be incredible. Crushing setbacks in succession. Could he possibly rally? I would say no. Psychologically, he must be very down indeed. Judd Trump walking on air. Our colleague Neil Fold's telling me that he once lost back-to-back frames against Steve Davis, having been in the ascendancy, with Davis requiring snookers in both frames. And I asked Neil how he felt. He said, "How do you think I felt?" Terrible. Much like Murphy right now.
Yeah, there's a school of thought, or that in snooker, when you need a snooker, it should be outlawed to play on. Try telling anyone in here that tonight after the drama that was seen in that last frame.
Well, I think that's utterly ridiculous, isn't it? It's one of the great things about the game that gets us all talking. Those frames that are won from nowhere.
Yeah, it's a skill, it's an art, it's part of it. It's like putting in golf, it's a game within a game. Better being good at it than not. 10 years ago, Judd would no chance of winning a frame like that. So again, Shaun's left one sticking out. And dispatched.
One.
The winning habit, it seems, Judd is finding difficult to shake it off.
Three. Four.
It's a tremendous piece of thinking that. He always had the out ball to middle. He has designs on promoting the black off this shred.
Done. Seventeen. Eighteen. $25. $26. $33.
Yeah, straight's no good, so he's going to have to come up with something special again. Last of the... So, in and out of ball with left. That cue ball spinning round the corner on the left wing there. Try and meet the pink and reds. Not this time.
$39.
He's not been at his break building best this evening, Judd Trump.
39.
I suppose you can't ask for everything.
Certainly not out of the match, not by a long stretch. Hands of a lesser man, yeah, he probably would be. So green into the pack, just got to hope he doesn't send a red over corner. That's okay.
Shaun Murphy 1.
Didn't dislodge as many reds as you might have thought, actually.
Yeah, look at this. He's even thinking of cushion first and resting and buy himself a better shot next time round. It's just good match play. That's all that is. It's good, smart match play. All right, he's missed them, but it matters not.
Shaun Murphy 4.
The 4 points is scant reward for Shaun. Just banking on the next time he comes to the table, Judd, he's going to have a better shot than this, a direct shot. Yeah, it makes no material difference. Same shot again, last time round. Would get the warning, but an ounce more pace, and it's no problem. Got it this time. Good defensive work. That's why in these positions, these passages of play, you've got to be strong as Shaun is being here. See, Judd's playing on, he's trying to play on the hope that his next shot at the table, his opponent will play a loose-ish safety shot, giving him a chance to dictate, but Shaun has remained strong. This might be cushion first and just rest into the back of them. Can't be short because short would perhaps leave options, but he's played it nicely. And now Judd has his wish, and that's why he played two negative, well, they weren't negative, two containing shots. It's that over my dead body sort of attitude that you ain't getting a chance out of this, Shaun. I'm going to keep you at bay until I can peel off to bulk and put a red safe, or try to. Hasn't managed that, but he's turned the tables nicely in that exchange. Because of the smart play by Judd on a couple of occasions, Shaun's in bulk with a head scratcher. Must get the cue ball safe. And he hasn't. It's a chance to win the match now. On the back of simply being street smart.
One.
A little unlucky
6.
that. Anywhere but there. Of course, he's not in a position to complain. One of the turning points of the entire match was frame 5, went from an extraordinary fluke. He made 84.
Judd round 6.
Yeah, you must credit Shaun. He's given Judd a few headaches himself. He's took a little gamble. He knew he had to leave this red by the pink spot to left middle. There was nothing Judd could do about it. Can Shaun find somewhere something from the soles of his boots? He's got to find one here, and it's got to be special. Oh, brilliant. That's brilliant. One shot away from departing the champion of champions. The tournament, of course, he's won before. A proud man, and this is excellent. He can find his way in tight to the reds now. This is far from done. Good shot.
Resilience imperative, but
7.
he's got that.
Eight.
I mentioned before, but it's worth repeating. The last time Murphy
Fifth.
beat Trump, it was from 5-3 down. 6-5 in the UK Championship last year. He
16.
dominated the last 3. The memory of that will be positivity.
$23. 24.
For once, Shaun doesn't get through the cue ball. Still on the red. He was just bridging
30.
over the green there, as you can see with his cue, striking down on it. Can he judge the cannon? Yeah, well played. That's a
32.
gorgeous little shot.
$38. $39.
When he came to the table, the one really awkward ball was the green, and it remains so. He will need it.
46.
It's been some effort, this, hasn't it? And the red to kick this off was right out of the top drawer with nowhere else to go.
47.
Now we know he's got the
53.
so much. We know he can get the spin on this if he wants to risk disturbing the green. Now he's going side cushion, end cushion. Brilliant. And the fact that he's amazing with the rest,
55.
this is now doable. Green and brown. Oh, that's simply superb. It really is. Okay, his cue ball's not perfect. It's far from it.
58.
It was almost too good a shot, actually, in terms of ball striking. But what guts? No guts, no glory. Not out the woods just yet. Can he find one more good shot to take us into a 10th frame? Yeah, the trouble with the pot to left corner, he can't play it with pace. He misses it, he may stick it, so just the safety shot. And it's not a good one.
Shaun, 58.
You don't very often see 3 consecutive frames, one on the black by the same player. Could happen here.
Might gamble here on wafer thin on the left. Scoreboard wise, it doesn't make a massive difference. You know, he's going deep, so holding in behind black with a cue ball. Oh, what a shot, honestly. That's superb.
You have to give Shaun Murphy enormous credit. This has been an admirable attitude.
Four.
And the match remains alive. Surely not. Surely not.
Shaun Murphy, 4.
Can I borrow a superlative, Alan? I've run out of them.
Yeah, that's sensational now, Shaun. Don't play this with too much right-hand side or you can go round the back of it. Oh, he's got one back. Living dangerously at the moment is Shaun. Give the guy a break. Give him a break. He's not got the snooker, but just got to keep your concentration here. It should be a straightforward hit, but you just got to remember to breathe and don't get ahead of yourself. Just hit the blue. Good shot.
Well, having caught the jaws like that, it could have been an awful lot worse. Might well have been end of frame. Still a glimmer of hope. The night of living dangerously. Wow. Just got a piece of it. Yeah, Judd will play the pot here. And this is
5.
a chance. It's a decent chance, this. He'll get close to in behind the black. And if he gets the snooker itself, it's bound to be a good one. Yeah, pretty good. But just because the pink is so close to a cushion, it should be doable.
lengthiest frame of what's been a terrific match. Disappointed, but it could have been more costly than that had the cue ball caught the black full and knocked it under the top cushion. That might have been end of story. It is now anyway. Do not discount Shaun Murphy, made of stern stuff. Those two setbacks did not rock him entirely. It's 5-4.
Frame 10. Shaun Murphy to break.
I disagree with this statement, but it's a match that deserves a decider. Lots of tactical snooker, yes. It's been played at a good pace, though. A match that's had pretty much everything. What a pot! And look at the position. Could not have picked that cue ball up with his hand and placed it any better.
Eight. Nine.
The cue ball coming off the top cushion was just a little deader than he imagined, but in the end
60.
it did him a favour.
He's been asked so many questions tonight, but he keeps coming up with all the answers.
70. $24. Please make sure your phones are on silent.
Silky. Floating in that red at distance.
Yeah, I mean, what do you do? The break-off was textbook. Absolutely nothing that Shaun did
31.
wrong. Short of Putting the cue
32.
ball in your pocket. I don't know what you can do these days. Yeah, for once it's gone wrong, so it's not easy access to the next red. Probably just settle for the one on the right wing. And he's going to have to now, well, he would have done, but the greens stopped that happening, so it, again,
37.
never say never, but it should be end of break. To normal mortals it would be.
Similar to the last frame when he got in with 39. This time 37.
I think he's just on the bluff here. He's just giving it a 10 or 20 seconds just to almost say to Shaun, look, I'm thinking about playing the pot here. Oh my word, he is. Or is he? No, it was too much to ask, but I think it was just a wee bit of bluff. I mean,
Judd
mind
Trump,
games.
37.
These guys could, manage any football team you want them in. You talk about managers with mind games. Come and try this lot. Every move to make, and sometimes more importantly, what move not to make. But this is brilliant by Shaun. I mean, he's left the table, his last two, cue ball within a few inches of the baulk cushion. And he's being punished. Surely he can't be punished this time. Okay, here's a chance, a half chance. Can he somehow muster up the strength to dispatch this red? Oh, close. Needs cover badly, and he doesn't have it.
Come on.
Just caught that red slightly thicker than he wanted to, hence the cue ball making a contact with the jaws. So this cue ball a little too close to the side cushion for total comfort.
Eight.
Yeah, he doesn't have plan A to get on board with here, but there's plenty of other letters in the alphabet to choose from, so red in the right wing. If it falls, he's in prime position to kill this off.
9. $16. $70.